Hello there and welcome back to my channel. It is of course only me again, and thank you all so much for joining me back out on another metal detecting adventure. So it has been a little while since I've been able to go out metal detecting, mainly because the weather has been absolutely shocking. However, today is a Sunday and we are blessed with a blue sky day, and we have come to a field which has produced some amazing stuff in the past. This field has produced amazing medieval artifacts and coins, and the good news is we're able to go in here all throughout the winter because it's in grass and it's been cut. So of course the big question today is, are we actually going to find anything good? And are we going to find anything old that dates back to the medieval period? It's certainly here, so we're in with a good chance of finding it. But of course, everything good that comes out, you're going to see right here in the video. And that leads me to say, do consider hitting subscribe if you like metal detecting videos just like this one. And if you like this video, do consider to drop me a thumbs up and give the channel a hype as well. But we're going to make use of this beautiful winter blue sky day. Wish me luck, and of course I'll see you all on the first hole. Now, for anyone that's interested, today I am going to be using the Legacy program, which is the Legacy 3.1 program for the xpmetaldetector metal detector. And the reason why I'm going to use Legacy in here is because, well, I have done this field a lot, and I want to basically just clear everything out of the ground except iron. So it's the perfect program to really punch deep, let me hear everything that the ground has to offer, but above all, gives me the choice to decide whether to dig it or not, and takes it away from the machine. And I prefer that style of detecting because once you get used to it, you can really nail on as to what targets are good and which ones are bad, just simply with the sound. So you want to make that sound as wide open as possible. But we've just come down on our very first target, and at first I thought this was just a little blob of iron, but I don't think it is. Don't know what it is. Let's go in, take a look. Okay, so this is literally what I saw as it came out of the ground, and obviously it was a lot more covered in mud, and you can see why I thought it might be a little blob of iron or something, but I think it's hollow on the inside here. And it's definitely got a bit of pattern on it, hasn't it? And actually it kind of looks a little bit like an eye if you catch it in the light there, but I don't know what type of metal it is. Could be pewter or something like that. It's really, really light, and it looks super fragile as well. So yeah, that's the first target in here. Don't know what it is. Don't know whether it's medieval, but if anyone out there knows, hit me up in the comments below. But let's push on. Okay, have a little listen to this one. Just come across it in the field. It's coming up as 83 to 84, and it sounds quite nice, but if you listen very carefully, don't know if you can hear that because I can hear it really well on the headphones. It's got like a little sort of thud next to it. It's straight after the tone, sort of like goes boom thud, boom thud. And that usually means it's not very good, but let's dig it out and find out. So the good news is, because it's rained so much recently, we have got lovely soft ground, and to be honest, it just makes digging so much easier, and it makes the day a lot more enjoyable. Okay, so whatever it is has come out in this top bit, so it sounds like it's really close to the top. Let's just see if it's in that bit. Nope. Oh, what's that? Okay, looks like we've got a musket ball. That is definitely a big old chunky musket ball there for our second target. So that's great, because of course that means we've missed this musket ball in the past. And if we've missed something as big and as chunky as this, well, we could have missed absolutely anything. So exciting times ahead. Stay tuned. Everything good that comes out, you're going to see right here first. So guys, I had an absolutely screaming target in this hole down here. And to be honest, I didn't film it because I honestly thought that it was just going to be, I don't know, like a tin can or something. It just sounded too big to be anything good. But I have seen something here which I honestly think looks pretty cool, but I don't know what it is. Although what I will say is that is definitely not what I thought it would be. Oh my days, talk about missing stuff. I mean guys, a field is never ever truly done. Surely, how has anyone ever missed this in a field? Oh my days, look at it. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So as you all know, I am no expert when it comes to things that are being pulled from the field, but I've got a good suspicion that I think I know what this is. And I think it's actually a medieval spur, because this is the bit here that went on the back of the heel, and it would have gone that way there. This bit at the back here would have actually held the spur, so there would have been a spiky thing here that they would have used to dig into the horse, as crazy as that sounds, to make it do, you know, what they wanted it to do. And then here there would have been another little terminal like this one, and that is where a little buckle would have attached to, and then it would have gone around to the front part of the foot. So these were really important because that's how it held the spur on. And that one is obviously broken, could have broken in antiquity, who knows. But guys, we've just gone and found an absolutely stunning medieval spur for our second target in this field. I mean, that's just crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I don't think I've ever found one as complete as this. So it's a special thing indeed. It's a really special thing, and it's got a really nice kind of patination on it as well. So it's not your standard sort of spur. This would have been quite a prized item to whoever owned it for sure. But oh, that is so cool. Well, I'll try and clean it up the best I can, get a picture on the video for it, and yeah, I am so chuffed with that. What an amazing start to the day. Okay, as you can hear, we have got another target coming up at about 67 to 68. It's a little bit dirty, this one. It's not as clean as I would hoped. Do I think it's going to be anything good? No, I don't. But to be honest, you've got to dig them anyway. So yeah, let's give this one a go. Hopefully it's as good as that medieval spur. Okay, nice soft ground again. This field traditionally has been ploughed quite a lot, so that's going to help in terms of making it nice and soft as well. Ooh, here we go. So it has come out. I think I can see it. Yep. That, my friends, is a genuine piece of lead. Just a scrap piece of lead there. So, well, legacy program definitely told me it was junk, and hey, it was right. It's just a junky piece of lead. Let's move on. Now, some people, when they use the legacy program, they say, oh, you can hear all the iron, and I end up digging loads of iron. But to be honest, I just can't understand it, because when I go out metal detecting with it in really heavily ionized areas, it always tells me that it's iron. So I thought, just go and do a little bit of detecting on the camera, and I'll let you hear everything I hear. So look, iron, not digging it, not digging it. Another bit of iron over there. I mean, the idea of this program is that it sort of lets you hear everything in the ground, including the iron. And to be honest, I love hearing a bit of iron, because iron can tell you a lot about you know, what fields were used for, and if there were settlements there, or footpaths, or buildings, or something. So look, here we go, another irony patch. I mean, it's not even falsing, it's just instantly saying it's iron, move on, don't dig it. And even when you get a bit of iron that, to be honest, does false because it's big or it's odd shaped, all you've got to do is just move around it. I find that, you know, you've only got to turn 180 on it and it will reveal itself. It will soon tell you that it's iron. But as you can hear, guys, I'm walking along this irony spot of the field, and it's not falsing for me. It's nice and smooth, nice and easy. I can just concentrate. What was that? No, nothing there. Yeah, I can just concentrate on the targets that actually sound good and clean and crisp without having to waste my time digging out. Here we go. It's quite a nice little one. So it's quite a low number. It's coming up at about sort of mid 50s, 53, 55, something like that. So it could be a load of junk, but it's clean. And it's come out. So let's see what it is. Okay, so let's get the pinpointer, see what we've got. Okay, well, it appears whatever we've got is inside this tiny little ball here. So oh well, nice little surprise. Let's crack it open. Hopefully it's going to be something good. Okay, so I do love a little coin ball, you know, especially as we're approaching Christmas. It's like getting a little Christmas present, isn't it? I've actually got no idea which part of this coin ball might have the target in, because I've oh, is it in there? Is it in there? No. Okay, so I eventually found it. What happened was I must have put a bit up here, and then it rolled down the side there and landed just down there. And it's tiny, but it's round. I can't tell if it's a good round yet or a bad round, but I can't imagine there's many rounds that are bad. But let's give it a little clean off, see what we've got. I mean, it's thin, but it's also quite delicate too. Is that a coin? Is that a hammered coin? Or is it just a piece of junk? Do you know, I think that might actually be a tiny little hammered coin. Oh, dropped it again. I think it might be, because if you look very carefully on this side, you can just see like a little cross coming through there. In which case, that could be an absolutely tiny little hammered coin that we've just found in this field. Very low signal, mid 50s, which I would expect for a tiny small little silver like that. But you heard it, it was nice and clean compared to all the irony patches, and if Legacy can find you tiny little targets like this, buried inches below the ground, then it's doing something right, isn't it? That's for sure. But yeah, I'll have to clean it up. Hopefully it's a hammer coin. Yeah, it's got to be. Look, you can just see the little pellets there. What, tiny, absolutely tiny. That must be like a 3p or halfpenny or something like that. But oh well, I'll get a nice picture of it on the video for you, and that could potentially be our first hammered coin today. So I must admit, it's been a while since I've been in this field, but how on earth did I ever miss that? That is one huge chunk of lead, I presume. My goodness, that is heavy. It's so big and so heavy. Oh my days, it's obviously some type of weight. I can only imagine that's some type of weight, but my goodness, that would have been weighing something very heavy, because it's huge. It's absolutely huge, and it's solid, and it's got a really cool little loop at the top there, which obviously would have held it on to whatever it was, a bit of string or something, and a little notch out the side there, which could indicate that they've had to remove a bit of this weight to make sure that it was the perfect weight. But yeah, it's just huge. It's whopping. I've got no idea how old it is. Could potentially be medieval, because I do seem to get a lot of medieval stuff in this field, but how did we miss it? No idea. But there we are, guys. It is a lead weight thing. Absolutely screaming target. Let's go and see if we can find some more. So I had another target in this hole, and I dug it out, and what came out was something quite interesting. Now, it's important for me to say that I really didn't think this was going to be anything good, because this was a super low number. I mean, I'd say this was about 40, 46, bouncing between sort of 45, 46 and 47. So it could be a piece of foil. However, from what I can see of it so far, it does look a little bit like a silver coin. But I'll be happy to be proved wrong. Wait, what am I saying? No, I wouldn't. I definitely want it to be a silver coin. I think it is. I honestly do think it is another little silver hammered coin, although a bit broken, which is a shame, because I think it would have been quite a nice one. I think it would have been quite a nice one indeed. But I think we've honestly just gone and found a lush little silver hammered coin here, and that was a low number. So yeah, don't think I've been that interested in sort of mid 40s before, but my goodness, definitely goes to show you've got to dig all your numbers as long as they're clean. And yeah, I do think this is a silver hammered coin. I just can't get much from it at the moment, but as you can see, look, it's shining in the sun. It does look silver for sure. I just can't quite sort of tell the age of it. I'm trying to see if it's got a long cross on it or something like that, which I think it does on that side there. I might just give it a quick clean, actually, give it a quick brush, and yeah, we'll see what we've got. Okay, so I have given it a little scrub a dub with the toothbrush, and yep, we have definitely just gone and found a little hammered coin, although it is very broken, very battered. You can just make out a portrait on that side there, and I think it's going to be like an Edward IV or something like that, just because it's a little bit different to your sort of standard Henry penny or Edward penny or something like that. But if you look at this side, you can very clearly see the long cross there and the pellets. Really nice silver quantity in this one, so that would make sense for Edward IV being a high silver content in all of his coinage. But guys, low number, and we've just gone and found our second little medieval hammered coin of the day. I always knew this field was good, and it's not letting me down once again. So we've gone and found another target in the field, and I have pinpointed it into this little plug here. And I think, just looking at it, looks quite interesting. Hopefully it's not a little piece of iron or anything like that, but if it was iron, the legacy program would tell me it's iron, so I know that this isn't iron. In fact, I think I know what this actually is, which is cool. Yep, there we go, 2 pins on the back. Definitely is what I think it is. In fact, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to see if anyone out there can tell me what they think this is. Now, don't forget, I think I know what this is. I've found a few of them in the past. It's flat, It's made of copper alloy. It's got these two little pins on the back, and then on the front it's hollow there, so it's decorative. It's a nice little clue for you. And then in the bottom there you've got a little pointy bit as well. So this would have had a use, and it would have been attached to something, but there you go. Let me know in the comments below what you think it is, and I'll tell you whether or not it aligns with what I think it is as well. But it's a nice cool little find, about 64, 65 on the days too. Not incredibly deep, about 4 inches, something like that. So yeah, let me know down below. Well, I just had a total heart-stopping moment because I had a really nice sounding target. It's about 68 on the days too. Dug the hole and I just saw something poking out the side of the plug, and I thought, oh my goodness, it looks like a silver Roman coin. And I got really excited, only to find that it's not actually silver, or unfortunately a Roman coin. But it is something really cool. So what I can tell about it first and foremost is that it looks like it's sort of navy related, because on the front of it is an anchor, as you can quite clearly see. And with the eye of faith you can actually see some Roman numerals just below the anchor, and I'm pretty sure that says II, which of course would be 2. But it looks like it's made of lead, or possibly pewter. I can't quite tell. I mean, I'm not sure if it's heavy enough for lead, but it certainly does have a lead look to it. And what's quite interesting about it is that it's just completely blank on one side, and then the other side has this anchor with the Roman numerals on there. So it looks like it's possibly a token, or maybe a gaming piece or something like that. Yeah, but either way, you know, certainly had my heart racing for a moment. And okay, it's not a silver Roman coin, still a really interesting find, which could be several hundred years old. So either way, I'm happy with this one. It's going to come home with me. I have no idea what it is, and if I can find out, I will of course put that information on the video for you. But let's crack on. There we go, we've got a really nice sounding target there. It's 72 on the dot. It's not changing at all. Doesn't matter which way around I tackle it. 72, 72. So I reckon this is going to be quite a nice signal. So let's give it a dig. Okay. So it sounds like it's quite a big one. And to be honest, I think I might have already found it. Let's check this bit. Nope. Well, that's a good sign. That's definitely a good sign. Let's get the pinpointer, just see if we can locate it in any of the bits that we've dug out. Yep. Potentially it could still be in the bottom of the hole, but I'm not picking it up with the pinpointer, which I would expect at this stage, unless it's something really big. I would have got it. Oh, here we go. What's this? Nope. Oh my goodness. We have just gone and found another hammered coin. Live digged on the camera. Oh wow. Look at that. Do you know what? It's a little bit later as well. It's sort of late medieval into the post-medieval period, I think, this one, because I think it's a little Charles I, possibly like a little Charles I penny or something like that. But I can't believe it. We've had 3 silvers today. 3 silvers in this field. How incredible is that? Oh my goodness. Sorry, I've got to keep it in the camera for you so that you can see it, but I'm trying to look at it myself without looking at the camera screen, so it keeps just going out a little bit. But yeah, have a look at that, guys. That is another silver hammered coin, dating to the 1600s, I would suggest, going by the shield that's on the front. And it's very likely that this is going to be a Charles I or possibly a James I or something like that. But wow, I'm so glad I actually caught a live dig or a live coin on a live dig on this trip out, because it's always the way that you film it and you kind of go, oh no, I'm not going to bother filming this one, and then it turns out to be something good. And then the ones that you think are going to be really good usually turn out to be shotgun caps. But wow, what an amazing day. So I'll try and clean it up, pop a video of it or a picture of it on the video for you all to see. But there we go, coin number 3. So we've got another little target that's come out of this field, and this one appears to be just like a little buckle fragment, I think. But it's a really cool little fragment because it's basically sort of got a really nice patination on it. I think it would have been a really, really decorative one. And quite interestingly, it's not very far away from that last hammered coin that we had. I'd probably say it's about 10, maybe 10, 15 feet away. And it very likely dates to around the same sort of time as well. So that's really, really interesting. And you know, buckles like this, they're a bit too posh for people that used to work the fields, if I'm completely honest with you. So it does make you wonder why it's here. Now obviously it is broken, so it could have just been discarded in the field, out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, it's very unlikely that somebody wearing a really nice buckle, very expensive buckle like this, would have been walking through the field or potentially working the field. So it always interests me how stuff like this gets here, but it's just a nice little fragment, isn't it? Not too bad at all. It's coming up at about 54-ish, something like that. And yeah, it's just a little buckle artifact. Well, the sun has now gone in, and that is when you can tell it's winter for sure, because it has gone so cold. I'm surprised you can't see my breath. But we are still pushing on, although we're pretty much going to have to call it a day soon. This field, I think, has just given us one more little surprise to go home with. And I've pinpointed it in this clod here. It looks really, really cool. Come in and take a look. Hopefully we can discover it together. Okay, so as I said, here is the clod. And that is what was making a noise. And if you can just see here, granted, it's very difficult to see. Oh, what is it? What is it going to be? Oh, oh my goodness. We've gone and found another one. Oh, this one's a really nice one as well. Oh my word. I can't believe it. It has been so long since I've had 4 in one day, and this field has produced once again, because this is the type of coins that I am used to finding in here. They are absolutely amazing condition, kind of Edward I, you know, 1300 sort of edition pennies, and they're always just so nice. And have a look at that bust on that penny. Oh my days. Oh, it was so worth pushing on in this field. I mean, oh, I know it's cold and I know it's winter, but you put the hours in, you get the rewards. And wow, this is a Sunday I am not going to forget in a little while, because as I said, it's been ages since I've had 4 hammered coins in one day. Oh my word, that is easily the best one of the day. It's an absolute little stunner. Okay guys, that is it for this week's video. I have had such a blast today coming back into this field and finding even more medieval stuff here. There must have been so much activity here in the medieval period, and that of course means there must be so much more left for me to find. This field is absolutely huge, and I have probably been to it about 20 times over the last 15 years. So we are still finding stuff in here, and that is always a great thing. So that leaves me to say thank you all so much for watching my videos. As always, if you do like metal detecting videos just like this one, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button below, because that way you'll get a notification the next time I go out and find stuff. And of course, do consider liking the channel and giving it a hype as well. But I'm going to drive home now. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all on the very next hole.